Hello everyone, welcome to Math 105 College Algebra. My name is Philip Reppel and I am your course instructor. This is going to be a short video walkthrough of the course highlighting a couple of things that I feel that's very important for you to understand. So let's get started here. The first thing I want to bring you to is the announcements page. Every week, possibly even more often than that, I will be posting announcements here. You need to make sure you read these over. Typically they are sent to your inbox, but oftentimes as such as this one here, the Math 105 notes assignment, I will be attaching some sort of file. Well, the only way you can access that file is through the Blackboard site, not in the email, so don't get that confused. But please read over your announcements each week. Make sure you look at the instructor page, the syllabus page. The syllabus page contains the syllabus. It's important that you are aware of the course policies per the university, something I cannot override. Next, there is a new thing available to students here, and that is a live tutor. You can now connect with a live tutor anytime you would like to by pressing this button and asking questions. But remember, I am here to assist you. I'm your course instructor, so anytime you do have a particular question, feel free to email me and hopefully I can answer it for you. So keep that in mind. If you're struggling, having difficulty, maybe the live tutor thing may help you. Next, each week you will be looking in the weekly content. In the weekly content folder, each week is listed. And I'm going to click into week 3 here. So in week 3, you'll be told what to do in week 3. A very basic introduction, what your required readings are, possibly a lecture, discussion, practice exam, taking a quiz, or whatever may be required for that particular week. Your required readings are found here. When you click here, you'll see a reading list for each week. We're in week 3 maybe, not really, but I'm just saying that's what I'm working with right now, week 3. So there are the week 3 requirements. Watching this video, another video, a third video, and then they're telling you to read chapter 2. I will also be sending out my personal summary of what I recommend reading from the book. Okay, but again, this is the official page, so you must follow this page. But again, I will supplement this with what I feel you should also be taking care of or considering in that particular week. So let's get back to the weekly folder here. Okay, so each week you will be clicking on a weekly folder. Week 4, most of the time things are very similar. There are the discussions you'll be posting to each week. So each week you have a discussion. Please make sure you read over the discussion requirements. Okay? Make sure you are thorough in your development of your post. There is a grading rubric you should be familiar with. Look that over. That's how I will be grading your discussions. Next, each week you have a discussion. Okay, so moving down the list, 3 of the 8 weeks you have an assignment that is due. Okay, so you've completed week assignment 1 coming up this week, then week 4 assignment, then week 8 assignment. Each one of these are safe assigned scored, so make sure this is your original work. Please make sure this is your original work. Again, each one is safe assigned scored. You have one for each of these 3 weeks here. Week 8 though is a notes assignment that needs to be completed or worked on each and every week of the course. I'll say more about that in a minute. So you have quizzes, and then we'll go down to the last thing I'll talk about, and that is the supplemental material folder. This is something I place here. I'm providing the author's website, which has some really nice videos associated with it. I have my notes assignment policy. I'll say something about that in a minute. But each week I'll be posting my personal lecture notes. These are not required, but I think they will help. Okay, so you do not have to read through these lecture notes of mine. I'm providing you because it gives you my perspective on things. Many of my students have told me this helps. So again, I'm making them available to you. And based upon your time, or whether or not you like the book or some other resource, we're all different. So again, they're there if you need them. All right, so let me go back to the supplemental material folder and finish off with the notes assignment policy, because this is something you need to be working on every week. Please read this over. Each week you will be working on notes. You need to provide about 1 page of notes for each week. They need to be organized. The one thing you just can't do is simply cut and paste from a website or a book. You can't do that. I will not accept that work. These need to be your own personal notes. Now you can handwrite your lecture notes down. So of course, if there's a particular definition or a particular formula that's in a book, yeah, you can write that down. But what's not allowed is simply cut and paste them, because then you have to state where your sources are. Okay? So I won't accept that type of work. Now, if you do handwrite your notes, if you take pictures of them, like with your cell phone, you need to convert it to a single PDF file. Whatever you do with your lecture notes, I need them submitted as a single PDF file. I will not accept multiple files, in particular multiple files which are JPEG or some sort of picture file. I will post a 0 and you have to resubmit, but the problem is this is at the end of week 8 and you might not have time because the course is going to be closing. So I will be reminding you of this, that you need to submit your lecture notes, that your personal lecture notes, the ones you take, as a single file. Okay? Alright, so I hope this helped a bit introducing you to the course. I'm looking forward to working with you. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. Okay? Thank you very much.